Families of unsolved cases live with unanswered questions and with a sense of loss that never truly fades. For too long, many have waited without clarity or closure. Today, that begins to change. My office is working side by side with local law enforcement agencies to take a fresh, comprehensive look at cold cases across Tarrant County. Our newly formed Cold Case Task Force is re-examining evidence, following new leads, and applying modern investigative tools to cases that have remained unsolved for years, sometimes decades. These cases matter. The passage of time doesn't lessen the harm done, nor does it diminish our responsibility to seek the truth.
We feel like the clock is ticking for some of these cases. People are dying, cases are growing older. If we're ever going to look at it, now's the time.
At the district attorney's office, we have roughly 50 investigators. Each investigator has a background at a local police department and sometimes police departments from around the state. The investigator's role in the task force will be to work with the detective from each agency that requests our help on a cold case, to review evidence, to review the case, specifically to see if there's DNA testing that could be done using technology that maybe wasn't available back when this case happened.
As we become familiar with the new updated forensic training, we are going to offer, in partnership with our Tarrant County agencies, training on that so that they can become familiar with it. That will help them with their cold cases. And we want to be the liaison with our agencies to provide all of that to them.
Carla Walker was my sister, and in 1974, Carla and her date Rodney went to a high school Valentine's dance at Western Hills High School. They left this very house that I'm sitting in right now. After the dance, Rodney and Carla went to a bowling alley. Carla's door jerked open and Carla started to fall out of the car. Rodney started getting hit severely in the back of the head, in front of the face, and blood started pouring. Rodney remembers Carla being pulled out of the car and the man saying, "You're going with me, aren't you, sweetie?" 3 days later, we found Carla's body thrown in a cattle culvert, and she'd been brutally beaten, raped, and murdered.
When the case came in, it was pretty eye-opening to us how many cases in Tarrant County weren't solved. We went into the cold case office at Fort Worth PD and they had 1,000 boxes. And at one point, Carla Walker was one of those boxes.
And each one of those people has a family and loved ones who are still waiting for something to happen. And so just to be able to see that in kind of a physical way with all of those boxes on the shelves, it was very impactful.
I knew about using this new technology called forensic genetic genealogy.
Well, essentially, they take the genetic profile that has been obtained from the crime scene, and then they match it to known sources of other profiles. And they compare that suspect profile to those known profiles to see where it matches up. And then they take it and they say, okay, well, this is a prospective match based under these genetic markers. So they'll tell you, hey, you may need to go get a genetic profile from this particular subject to see how close the lineage is between suspect profile and that person's profile. From that person's DNA, they will then come back and say, okay, well, it's definitely not this person, but it could be a cousin on the mother's side based under the profile markers that we're seeing on the X chromosome or Y chromosome, depending. They'll go back through and try and do a family tree from that lead to then say, okay, we need to go get a genetic sample from this person, and until you get to the actual offender.
It is an absolute game changer when it comes to cold cases.
Now all of a sudden all of these questions were answered, and that was really important or special to be part of.
God put the right detectives, the right prosecutors, everybody into alignment. After 45 years, it was an amazing thing to witness. And the guy lived 1 mile from here. Go by this house every day.
We realized that there are cases that are just like Carla Walker, that are just waiting for this new science, this new technology to look at the case with fresh eyes.
I understand the frustration of families, right? I witnessed the hurt that it caused in this house with this family. Carla's case was not forgotten, but she was no more special than any other case. The chances are it's not going to be resolved in 24 hours. It's not a 100-yard sprint. It's going to be a 26.2-mile marathon. So we have to get used to endurance and keep going. I love telling bad guys, it's not if, now it's when.
Our hope is through this partnership with partner agencies, maybe we solve one, maybe we solve 10, but we solve cases. And from there, they'll pass the baton to us as prosecutors, not just Emily and I, but other prosecutors. And hopefully we will try these cases. And finally, there will be justice for these families who have waited decades for answers and for justice.
We know there are families still waiting for answers. We're committed to doing the work required carefully, thoroughly, and relentlessly to bring help and resolution where it is still possible and accountability where it is still owed.